This is a really good question. JSD4286 asks, I support Charlie Kirk and his ideologies on abortion, but I don't understand his take on the rape victims. If you are someone like me who speaks Tamil but doesn't read Tamil, but you always wanted to read the Bible in Tamil, then the Tanglish Bible is absolutely for you. The Tanglish Bible is a Romanized version of the Bible, meaning the Bible is still in Tamil but it's written in English, so hence the name Tanglish Bible. This is really great when you're reading through the Bible in English or any other language for that reason and are struggling to understand the meaning of a passage because you don't speak that language. Now you don't have to worry about that if you have the Tanglish Bible. So if you want to grab one, check out the link in the description and use code PM10 at checkout for 10% off. That is PM10 for 10% off at checkout. Now, back to the video. Charlie argued that abortion is murder. Life begins at conception and abortion is murder at all cases. ஒரு வீடியோல அவர் சொல்லியிருப்பாரு, even if someone is raped, okay, I can't say the actual word sometimes, நான் ஒரு முறை மிஸ் பண்ணி சொல்லிட்டேன். அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம அந்த வேர்டை சொன்னோன்னா நம்ம லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீமை டிமானிட்டைஸ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க, அப்புறம் வீடியோ கூட ரிமூவ் பண்ணுற சான்சஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ ஐம் கோனா சே கிரேப், ஓகே, இன்ஸ்டெட் ஆஃப் த வேர்ட் ஆக்சுவலி. சார்லி கர்க் என்ன சொல்லுவார்னா, even if someone is raped and they conceive because of that victim should still bring the child into the world. She should still give birth to the child if she can take care of the child or send them to a Christian home, he'll say in the video. If I remember it right, they will raise the kid for her.
So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped and she was going to give birth and she would and she was going to give birth and she was going to live, would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered.
Oh, okay, great. So that's insane.
But let me tell you why. No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. There's 2 ultrasounds I have. One is a baby conceived in one is a baby conceived by a loving couple. Which one is which?
Your daughter was probably hopefully conceived by a somewhat loving couple.
Which person here was conceived by rape? Tell me which one was conceived by rape.
You don't know.
Exactly, because it's all human rights and it's
all
human beings.
But that doesn't matter. But it's about your daughter who has to give birth to it and is going to be tortured by that for the rest of her life. That's going to take away every freedom she's ever going to have. That's going to ruin her life. She's going to grow up and she's going to be attached to another thing.
The point is how you were conceived is irrelevant. What human rights you get.
So this is like an extreme take, especially in America. அமெரிக்காவில் வந்து இது வந்து ரொம்ப எக்ஸ்ட்ரீமான டேக்குன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. And I stand by that. Let me explain why. சார்லியுடைய ரீசன் அவர் என்ன சொல்லுவார்னா, so rape is a evil, okay? The evil has been committed against the person, against the girl and against God. Okay? இப்போ so it is an evil that's been committed. இப்போ now because Charlie believes abortion is murder, now murder is also another evil. So what do you want to do? What you're essentially doing is what Charlie argued that people are essentially doing when they abort a baby that is conceived in rape. Charlie used to say that you are trying to remedy a evil by committing another act of evil. Rape remedy பண்றதுக்கு நீ வந்து அதை வந்து tolerable மாத்துறதுக்கு you are committing another evil, that is murder. And this tracks. இன்னொரு விஷயம், எஸ்பெஷலி ஃபார் அ கிறிஸ்டியன், லைக் நிறைய இதுக்கு அகேன்ஸ்டாக இதுக்கு கான்ட்ரரி ஆர்கியூ பண்ணுறவங்க என்ன சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா, இட் வில் பி எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம்லி இன்கன்வீனியன்ட், இட் வில் டிஸ்ட்ராய் த லைஃப் ஆஃப் த கேர்ள் ஹூ இஸ் கிவிங் பர்த் டு திஸ் பேபி தட் இஸ் கன்சீவ்ட் இன் ரேப். இட் வில் பி ஹார்ட். Okay, it is a hard thing to go through and I'm not taking away anything from that. It is very, very hard and it's unfortunate that things like that happen. But think about this. The biblical idea of love, of the Christian life even, is self-sacrifice. You laying your life down for another. Now, if you believe that life begins at conception, that from the point that the baby is conceived, weeks kuda illa, from the point of conception, if you believe that it is a life, you choosing to bring that child into the world, to bring that baby into the world, even though it is going to make life incredibly hard for you, is you choosing to lay down your life for another life. In this case, it is your own child. So I think that the idea of like giving birth to the child even though the child is conceived because of rape, I think that is consistent with the biblical idea of self-sacrifice. I stand by what Sally argued for. Even though, even if even if a baby is conceived because of because of an evil act, I think the best thing to do, the ideal thing to do, the Christian thing to do, the godly thing to do, I'm running out of adjectives here, is to bring the child into the world, even though it is going to be incredibly hard for the girl, because that's the biblical idea of love, which is self-sacrifice. You are called to lay down your life for another. You are called to sacrifice your life for another. And I think it's consistent with that. So, yeah. Thank you for that question. Really, really good question. அவரும் வந்து சாலிகாக்குடைய வீடியோஸ் எல்லாம் நிறைய பார்ப்பாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ யா, நான் இப்போ ஸ்ட்ரீமுக்கு வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி கூட I was watching a sermon by Chalikak. So he was a really great guy. I kind of miss him, you know.